Hello everyone and welcome to Press Slam News Monday Night Raw Rewind. WWE Monday Night Raw took place from Nashville, Tennessee. Start off the show, we had a look at last week where Ryback appeared during the CM Punk vs. Vince McMahon fight. We got the normal video package and the introduction to the show. And first thing that we got was Big Show with a promo showing a recap of last Friday's Tough Man contest, I guess is what you would call it, where they were punching the strength bag. Big Show outpowering the bro kick with his WMD. He said to get rid of all the talk about his 45-second title reign. He was challenging Daniel Bryan. And that match was good. Big Show came out on top after a choke slam, and Kane came out after and was laughing at Daniel Bryan. After that, we saw Big Show look like he was setting Daniel Bryan up for the WMD. Kane got in the ring. They had an intense stare down. We'll talk more about that later. We'll have a possible match for next week's Raw. After that, we had a Zack Ryder and Santino Marella versus Darren Young, Titus O'Neil. Great tag team match in my opinion. The primetime players coming out on top. We could assume that. And Ryder at the end, you know, they didn't want to make him look too weak, but still making him relevant on Raw. Hit the Rough Rider on Darren Young. Titus O'Neil picked him up, done his finisher, got the 1-2-3 off of him. And after that, we had Vicky Guerrero start off Dolph Ziggler promo, where he was talking about where it shouldn't even be Ryback or Cena. It should be him going up against CM Punk at Hell in a Cell and then cashing in later on in the night to win the world title and holding both championships at the same time. After that, David Otunga came out and cut a little bit of a promo, also saying that he should be in the main event title run. AJ came out during this and decided that it would be Ryback versus David Otunga and Dolph Ziggler. During this, Ziggler left, David Otunga in the ring, got shell-shocked, got the 1-2-3, and that would not be the last we saw of Ryback. Next up, we had Antonio Cesaro versus Justin Gabriel. A very good match in my opinion. I thought that this was just going to be a jobber match for Gabriel, but he actually put up some pretty good defense. He hit the 450 splash. Cesaro got a little bit of his shoulder up. Gabriel was going to jump off top rope. Cesaro hit him with that uppercut. And then his finisher got the 1-2-3 on Gabriel. But still, it was nice to see Gabriel actually in the ring for more than 30 seconds. Early in the night, we had Max Striker asking AJ for an apology for what happened on SmackDown with Team Hell No attacking him. Daniel Bryan putting him in the no-lock and Kane chokeslamming him afterwards. And she said that he could get his apology from Kane tonight in the ring. We had this match, Matt Striker versus Kane. Matt Striker hugged Kane twice, but then Kane chokeslammed him, got the 1-2-3, and Striker sold that chokeslam pretty good. Kane got on the mic and it was pretty funny after this. It was interviewing laid out Striker and just started saying that he was the tag team champions. We cut to a commercial. And a match that had been hyped up all night was Sheamus versus Wade Barrett. Hell of a match is all I got to say for this. It was really good. These two put on a good clinic. And I was really disappointed whenever Big Show stepped out with the chair because I knew that there was going to be interference. And I wanted to see just a straight up win from one of these guys. And honestly, at times, Barrett looked like he was going to take it home. They did not make Barrett look weak during this at all. Sheamus still got over in the end, but Barrett put up his part, and hopefully this will help Barrett in the world title run. A bunch of the IWC wants to see Barrett as champion, and I know that I do personally. After that, a few backstage segments. One was Paul Heyman and Vince McMahon, and then we had a Cena with McMahon. And then right before the contract signing, we had a Ryback with McMahon. They seemed like kind of fillerish in a way, but the Heyman one had the best. It had a little something to it to where it would be Punk versus McMahon. If Punk won, he could decide who his opponent would be at Hell in a Cell, because earlier in the night, Punk was going to announce who he was going to face, but was taking up too much time, and McMahon came out and revoked Punk from allowing to choose his opponent at Hell in a Cell, and this set up a huge thing. Whenever Punk lifted up the supposed picture, you could tell that it was just the Hell in a Cell poster. I honestly figured that it would be him standing over John Cena, because even until the show went off, I still thought there would be Cena at Hell in a Cell somehow. We'll get more on that later. We still had a couple more matches before the contract signing. Eve beat Layla. They're still trying to continue the Who Attacked Caitlyn storyline. It did not evolve that much. We saw Eve do a little bit more of a heel side. She's heel already, but they're trying to make her a face, if you will, with it. And Layla had the ropes, had her foot on the ropes during the 3 count. Eve knocked it off, and she kept her title. After that, we had Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow, the Rhodes Scholars versus Primo and Epico. It was a pretty good match. I was pretty sure that the Rhodes Scholars were going to take this one home. We thought that it was going to be the tag team tournament conclusion tonight, but Rey Mysterio out with the flu. We did not see that happen, and we'll see that next week, which is a huge letdown. So that still leaves time for the tag team tournament championship finals. Team Hell No will go up against the winners the next week, and that pretty much sets it up. Earlier in the night, I forgot to mention this, we had a Miz TV segment with Kofi Kingston and The Miz. They're setting up their Intercontinental title match at on the main event on Ion this week. Kofi Kingston, I'm really glad that they're taking this side of Kofi Kingston. I was actually watching some of Survivor Series 2009 the other night, and whenever Kingston, it was Team Kingston versus Team Orton. Kingston, with that little mean streak or side, if you will, is great. He's just amazing, I think, and I really like him. He's still a babyface, but he's got that mean side to him and that aggression that really helps him, really makes him, it broadens out his character, and I hope they continue this. They set up a match, Kingston versus The Miz. It was right before the contract signed. There was about 10 minutes that they gave in this, and Kingston gave Trouble in Paradise, and it looked like he knocked Miz loopy. They were trying to cover up the blood, but that was an amazing Trouble in Paradise. He was quick and just impactful with it. No other way to put it. We had the contract signing. Punk come out and cut a promo, much like he did earlier in the night. And Cena came out, and then Ryback came out. Cena got behind Ryback, started the Feed Me More chants, and Ryback's on the contract. That was huge. But even more than that, I got cracked up whenever Ryback slammed Punk's head on the table, laying out Punk, and then picked him up and gave him shell shock. I jumped up out of my seat. Something about whenever Ryback comes out and just gets aggressive, it's just amazing. And I honestly do not know what's going to happen. I think the streak is a little too early to be broken, because after that, Ryback will just become another guy, it seems like. But also, I think he's a little too early to win the title. So I honestly don't know how that this will go down. I see that it'll be a draw of some sorts, or Punk gets disqualified and keeps his title, something along those lines. But this has elevated Ryback, to say the least, even further than what he was. And whenever this character first came out, I honestly didn't know what to expect. I just figured he'd just be like a early Ezekiel Jackson or something, have great promise, but then just get booted. But obviously they're fully behind Ryback, and that's good. They're making it seems like a great story out of it. Hopefully he won't get the Ryder treatment of getting pushed and then getting through back to the end of the line. This Raw was pretty good. They had a lot of high points. The matches, it seemed like, were all great. I mean, I stayed glued to my seat for most of the matches. I'm not bashing divas, but I did. You know, that was the time where you can get up and get your refreshments or whatever. Other than that, the Brodus Clay Del Rio match at the beginning, that was kind of, I'd say that would probably be the weakest match of the night. That was whenever I was up and at it. It wasn't that great. There wasn't much to it. Just Del Rio getting a win. And Brodus Clay used to have a winning streak too. Let's not forget that. But now it seems that he's got the losing streak treatment. This Raw was very good. I would probably give it a 4 out of 5. It was probably... It just seemed very solid to me. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. It didn't seem as rushed last week or the week before last. It seems like it's grew since then. The Vince McMahon segments, I think, are what's keeping me glued. I always love seeing him on the show, and whenever he's there, he keeps it entertaining. But that'll be all. So thank you for joining us here at Press Slam News for our Monday Night Raw Rewind. We hope you continue to enjoy our shows and subscribe to us. So thank you.